Hey, welcome back to Battle Brothers, and we are right back where we left off. As you may know, we've completed our last ambition, and we have a new ambition with Rally the Troops. Have one of our mercenaries with Rally the Troop, and I'm working my way down this way since I think the terrain is a little more favorable to fight on. I haven't seen this one before. Oh, sorry. You can read this, I guess. I'm reading it. You can pause and read it if you like. I haven't seen it before, so I'm going to read it. So that was interesting, and the game has those little events in them from time to time. Brigands, huh? They're following me. They were following me. I'd like to catch them on the road or in open. A few raiders and a few thugs. This should be fairly easy. So hopefully we get some decent equipment out of it. We can handle bandit raiders, no problem. So this should be okay. I think I would very much like to move my guys onto this high ground because that would give us tremendous advantage, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that is going to happen because now this guy, who is very dangerous with his two-handed weapon, is standing in the way of where I would like to be. So let's move up and then spirit wall, and hopefully they do not have any archers. So I'd like to scoot everybody up one tile if possible. You scoot up, and then you scoot up one, and I would most certainly like to take him out quickly. You move up one. And unfortunately I misplanned this and will not be moving this guy where I really wanted him to be. But this is going well. The enemy is a little bit aggressive, which has now, I think, backfired on them because now they're already down one. They're already down one soldier, or well, a bandit thug, I suppose. I probably should have tried to push him off and then put shield wall or spear wall up. Fortunately for us, the AI is not the most intelligent in the world and will continuously impel themselves onto our spears, doing most of the work for us like that. I like to get rid of the guys with the axe first. The reason I did that instead of attacking this guy, even though he had the high ground, I like to get rid of the axe wielders first because they can damage shields quickly. So let's just put him back into spear wall. And this is the point where I wish these guys had a long axe instead of this pitchfork, because they could break his shield, which would be very handy for us. See if we can push him back, and we cannot. Let's try again. Still failed. Let's end his turn. Well, we couldn't push him back. We can surround him. And we might push him back with this. we got him pushed back. So hopefully he will not act before my guys act, and I can spear wall here and maybe try to push him back and then move backwards. So moving him was probably a little hasty of a decision. Probably should have waited. And see, our archer is very useful, or our crossbowman. So let's put him in the spear wall, and we'll spacebar him and him. Looks like he's wanting to run away, and at this point he may well get away with it. In fact, this is, since he's going to run away, I think I'm going to try to catch him. Well, he's going to turtle up over there, so that's fine. Let's see if we can push him off the high ground. Nope. And even with the pushback attack, he got a free attack on us because he was in the counterattack stance. Let's try to move up here, put our longer reach weapons into range, in case he decides to maintain that stance and we have bad luck getting him out of it, which we already hit. Now he's done. He's going to run away, but he ain't going to make it. He'll be dead shortly. Now, I want to run him up here in case this other guy takes off. That was not the most wisest of moves from AI, standing and fighting. And he's dead. And he's dead too. So we're doing really good. Our guys are leveling up quite a bit, and they're getting some better skills. They're getting some better equipment, and we're doing really good. Yes, thank you, Windows, for notifying me in the middle of the video. What do we get? A hook blade, and none of this other than this rusty Malkoff am I overly interested in. The supplies will be handy and the gold, but really the best thing to come out of that was that helmet there. So let's rearrange things, and let's get this helmet off of him, because these are old and heavy, and while they were better than what we had, they are most definitely not better than this, because this is only 4 fatigue for 70, and these are 95, and it's double the fatigue. It's not, I don't think it's worth double the fatigue for that particular piece of armor. The rest of this stuff, we can sell it off. It's not a big deal. So let's level him up now. I really like for him to pick up both Brawny and Rally the Troops, since he's our original guy and he has a decent morale. So the biggest thing is, I like to put these guys in the back line in heavier armor, and Brawny reduces the fatigue penalty by 30%. But I'd also like to perhaps do something else with him, but it's like nothing else at this level is going to be handy, so we'll just take that and level him up here. He got a really good roll in his initiative, but I'm not worried about his initiative. But he got good rolls right straight down the board, so I'll go with that. Yeah, we'll give him gifted, and he got okay melee skill, so we'll give him melee skill. Well, I don't know. He got +4. He also got really good rolls, and his resolve is a little low, so let's just go off the board like that and see what the next one is. See, that worked out a little better. And these guys got pretty decent fatigue. Of course, we don't have very heavy armor on them either. And he got 3 again. I don't know. His resolve is low, so we'll just go right straight down the board again. You know, because this guy here, he's 73 fatigue, 81, 104. So he could use a lot heavier armor. But I'd really like the guys. I don't know, his melee skill is 63, and he has much higher fatigue. So, I could possibly switch these guys around. Or maybe just put him up front in the shield wall and not worry about having so many. That would even our line out, almost. I don't know. Decisions. But I like to keep him in the center. Well, we could always. Nah, I think let's not mess with a good thing, because we got a good thing going here, and I don't want to mess with it. He's doing good in the back. We're doing a good job. So we got one guy off-sided, which we can always, we could always just move him up. Of course, he has the better stats. He can't see very far. He's short-sighted. Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's change him around and give him a sphere, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. I will give him a little heavier armor if we can. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot to choose from, which is something I may need to look into when I get next to this town here. I may need to see if he has better armor available. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's night, so everybody's asleep, so we'll just sleep until the morning. We got plenty of food left. And now it's morning time, so everybody should be up. Weaponsmith, kennel. Let's see what the armorer has. Probably nothing I could afford much as I expected. Let's sell some of this off and try to get some better weapons. At least some better armor for some of our guys. Like the 80. I don't know where we're looking at here. 55. So he's got decent armor. 80. 95. 80. So I could use 2 decent pieces of armor. And unfortunately he has 1 decent piece of armor. And the armor has nothing I can afford because most of this is ridiculously expensive. Like this is the cheapest thing he has. Well, no, this is the cheapest thing he has. We'll spend a little money. Let's see what we got in the weaponsmith. See, here's a long axe, and I'd really like to have it. Daggone it, $1,600. That's half of our funds, roughly. I don't know. Does he have any militia spheres? No, he doesn't. Let's look and see what we got here. We'll change these guys' armor around. I really need... I don't know. I guess I can go with 1. I don't want to spend the money and then regret it, but I don't want to not spend it. So now we're down to $1,700. I could always go with a pike, but I don't know. What's the pike here? 60 to 80. This may not be the most interesting of videos. So this is roughly similar. So let's just give him the long axe, and then we'll hang on to that pitchfork. They do not have a contract for us, and most of the time these larger cities are not going to have contracts simply because we're not at the renown level yet that we can work with or for the great houses. Let's go over here and check this place out, see if they got something for us. Ah, they do have a contract. And let's see if they got any cheap armor. I should have checked the other place. I should have checked that town to see, but I didn't think about it. Let's see what they got for us. So, we are going to get paid a good chunk of money. That's a little over, well, that's about 1,020 gold coins. Alright. Let's see, defend its outskirts from the raiding party. This could be an interesting contract, and hopefully we don't lose anybody here. It might be a good thing that I bought that long axe. Now what do I need to do? I need to defend from raiding parties. How do I know when the raiding parties are around? I've never done this before, so now you're going to get to see with me what this is. Here we go. 6 brigands. Oh, okay, so basically it just says they're near. Some poachers and some raiders. Poachers are, unfortunately, I believe, ranged, and the raiders are the better armored version. So they got 2 guys with crappy bows. Let's see what they do. I don't know if we're in range, but there's 6 of them. That's what I was afraid of. So they're going to spread out, and I don't know. I feel like they're not going to come to us. I didn't mean to end his turn, but I did, unfortunately. End his turn. A bit premature on the button pressing. I probably should have went with Shield Wall instead of Spear Wall, but now this, if they decide to advance, should hopefully keep them from either advancing on top of us or getting some early free damage. Now, none of the, well, these guys have shields, but this guy, I think, is going to be the most dangerous because he has that axe, and that axe is going to be very dangerous to our health, basically. It's going to be very dangerous just to be around, and it's going to be very dangerous in that it can break our shields. So I'd like to take him out first. He's not wearing a helmet, so that may help us out. Now, see, they're going to be cautious because we're in Spear Wall. And well, they're not going to move forward, unfortunately. Well, that gives me more time to work on them. And in a ranged aspect, I think we're going to move this guy up here to give a little support up this way in case we need it. Luckily, their archer sucks, apparently, but he is not. He is pretty good with that throwing weapon. That's spacebar, his turn. Nice. See, he's really dangerous. I certainly do not wish to run up on him unless I can help it. I'd like very much for them to come to me. But unfortunately, the AI may be slightly too smart to impale themselves for us in this particular battle. We cannot move here. Okay, fine. It blocks line of sight, unfortunately, or that would be a good place to stick the crossbowman. That's okay, it just spreads our line out just a little. So basically, are these guys just, I don't know, I got a feeling like they're just going to wait for me to get closer, and then they're going to run up and attack in the same turn that they move. They just want to sit there. And you know what? If you just want to sit there and let me shoot arrows at you, that is completely fine with me. Or bolts, I guess that would be bolts. Of course, I would very much like to avoid somebody dying from range. I'm going to have to do something. We're going to have to... I got to think about this for a second. He's on the high ground, so I need somebody up here on him. So I think I'm going to move this guy here. Now he can attack. He should be able to attack 2 tile range. And I'm going to move this guy in front of him and then shield wall. And hopefully tie him up. I'm going to tie this guy up now. He's injured, so let's see how the battle goes before we do something with him. Let's tie these guys up. Definitely want to tie these guys up here. Fortunately, they do not seem to be very well armed, but they do seem to be decently armored. So I want you to go here. And now I'm going to tie him up at least. So he's not going to move, I hope. And he's going to have 2-on-1 odds here. So hopefully... See, he broke our shield. That's really what I was afraid of. I'm gonna move in extra support here. Because I feel like this may not go well for us. I'm going to put him back in the fight and take the risk. Just try to get the fight over a little faster. Which may work out. I see that is not very good. I want you to move down this way. And he goes from doing a good job to missing every shot. This guy's in a dangerous place, and that was what I was worried about. Now the archers are going to concentrate. He's maybe the only clear line of sight that they actually have. And this is not looking good for our guy down there. I really don't want to lose him. I think he must have bled to death. So I think these guys up top here are basically finished. I don't think that these guys are going to be much. Yeah, they're going down fast. But really, unfortunately, I don't have my shield, so I cannot push him away. It's not a good situation down there. I think this guy is done. He's going to start running real soon. I really need to do something here. Yeah, that's the end of him. How many turns do I have? He's going to act next turn. I really need... that was so lucky. I was really worried I was going to lose him. As long as the archers don't take him out, I think we got this on the legs. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him down. This is where it would be a good idea to have somebody, just anybody, doesn't matter, maybe even the crossbow guy, have a war dog. So you could just let the dog run these guys down and then tangle them up. Because I'm not going to be able to catch these guys. There's no way. I'm wearing armor. He's not. He's much lighter. You know, he's going to run out much less fatigue. I think this is going to be the end. I don't think I can catch him. I don't know. It might take him a little extra to come down off of that. And if I can get in range with somebody, now I think he's going to be gone. And I don't have anybody in range. He keeps moving out of range. I think this is it. They're done. They're going to run away. They're broken. I can't catch them. I'm not going to run my guys to death. So it's over. Two of them got away, but you know, maybe they'll go kill their bandit buddies not to mess with us. So he got wounded, but he also got leveled up. And what did we get? Oh, we got really nice male shirts, so that's good. Well, we got a really good armor right here, and I would very much like to give it to somebody who can use it. So it's 90 armor, and these guys are fairly well armored already. Somebody is missing a shield because this was broken. So I feel like perhaps we should give our standard bearer the better armor and then trickle down a couple other things, because everybody else up front seems to be okay. So we got pretty good little payday there, $890 plus the loot. So let's ditch some of this stuff that we're not going to use. And we got 2 bows, and I think I'm seriously considering changing our bows out, or our crossbow out for a bow. And the difference is the bow has slightly longer range, and I don't know that it fatigues you as much. And we're not really fighting, you know, I don't know. See, it's a maximum range of 6 tiles. This has a maximum range of 7 tiles. It's 4 fatigue versus 6 fatigue, so it's slightly less fatiguing. So we could probably switch that out. Ah, shoot, I done it again. I forgot that this side is the side of things that I have, and that side is the side of things that they have. So now I've just cost myself some money. So let's get rid of that and buy this bow. I hate when it does that. You click on it and then it double clicks for you. It's very annoying. So unfortunately I lost us a little money there. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. There. So let's try out the bow. Since most of our opponents are not armored, it's not going to make a big deal, I don't think. So these guys are done. They have no contracts for us. I would prefer to keep a couple extra shields on hand just in case. So where else can we go? I guess we can try back up here and see what they have. And they do have a contract, luckily. Caravan escort. Well, how much you gonna pay us? $480. We need some more money. Okay, fine. I want to think about this because I want to see where exactly is this going. You know what? I will gladly take your $500, basically, your 500 gold pieces, to travel to some place I would like to go anyway, which should be right over there, if the camera will cooperate. I guess it likes to keep the camera centered on the caravan, just in case something was to happen. It looks like it's going to be a fairly no, these brigands come in and then they ran away. I was actually hoping, watch them run away. Well, fine, whatever. I guess we have 12 men and the caravan has 6, so you got a total of 18 guys that they'd have to fight. Of course, the people in this caravan are probably really low-level guys who suck and can't do anything in combat. That was an easy $510. They got anything for us? They don't have anything for us. They do have a kennel, and here's what I was talking about. I think I may grab a few war dogs here. How much food do I got left? I got 6 days worth of food, so I better pick up some food. Let's get some bread and some ham, because I like ham sandwiches personally. We'll take some tools, because we need some tools. We got plenty of everything else. We're really actually starting to finally break into being a little less worried about supplies. So you can just put these guys, the dogs don't give you any fatigue, and we can just put them on our back line here, basically. And if I get a chance to find a battle here before I end this episode, there's not going to be anything for us there. There might be something for us down here. These large cities usually don't have anything for us because this is the seat of power for the nobles. And usually, unless you can work for the nobles, you're not going to find a contract in a larger city. It's going to be these smaller places. And the more you work with a small place, the better contracts will be. What do we got here? Alright, so they got some brigands, and they want to pay us to make them go away. And I'd like to get, figures. I'd like to get 1,000 crowns for it. Looks like we're going to settle for just under 1,000. So by the time we get any loot or money, we'll probably make enough money to make the difference to 1,000. Let's see if they got any decent armor on sale. 80. I'll pass. Yeah, they don't really have anything I want. So they are north in a farmhouse way up here. Yeah, see, I wish so bad that I could just say stay to roads as long as possible, like a little click box somewhere that says follow road as long as possible. It doesn't matter if it's a longer route. I'd rather them follow the road because the road's usually in more favorable terrain. I don't want to attack at night. Let's wait until the morning, and then we'll attack first thing at dawn. It doesn't really give you an advantage to attack at odd hours, I don't think. So they have a few marksmen, some thugs, and a few raiders. So it's going to be mostly thugs, and hopefully not very many archers. That was terrible right off the bat, unfortunately. And I don't know, he must have a much higher quality bow, or he just has a height advantage. Well, I didn't hit the target I was aiming for, but I hit him, and then I actually hit the target I was aiming for. So I got a feeling we're going to need to be a bit more aggressive here, or else their ranged advantage is going to quickly become a bad problem for us. Shoot. I want to stay on the high ground. So can we make it? Yeah. I guess I'm just going to have to try to move forward as quickly as possible. And I don't want to lose the war dogs right now. I don't want to let them loose because they're just going to end up dead. So maybe once we get tangled in, things aren't so open for us, basically. Because the dogs are fast. They'll run directly to the enemy within basically the first turn that you let them go and commit suicide. Because they'll just hugely fast movement, and then they're on against the enemy right up against the line unsupported, and then they're dead. They're useful for tracking down people who are running away, or goblins. I hate goblins. I hate fighting goblins in this game so bad because they're so fast, especially the goblins that ride wolves. Now I'm hoping our poor little guy back here doesn't die. He's been with us since the beginning, and I'm hoping they'll take a shot at somebody else. No, they're going to take shots at him, unfortunately. I see. Their ranged advantage is going to be really bad for us if we don't do something. And they're piling in right here. Shoot. Guess we'll just have to shield wall up and try to move our guys. I think I can safely move up here. I'm not totally afraid of these guys up here. Because he's on even ground. And unfortunately, I don't want him to get killed, and he's not doing us much good, so let's just move him up here and out of the way. And try to get... I really need to get our line engaged as quickly as possible, which is a bad thing about not having the ranged advantage, is that you have to deal with this. Now I've got to, unfortunately, quickly advance, and I'm not going to get to use basically, I'm not going to get to have the advantage. They've taken the advantage away from me at this point. But luckily, none of them seem to have an axe. So I may unleash the war dogs next turn. It doesn't cost you anything to let them loose, I don't think. I'd like to have his shield, because I think these heater shields and kite shields are different at different things. Like I think the heater shield is better melee defense but less ranged, and the kite shield's better ranged but less melee. And then the round shield is kind of an... I'm not feeling great about this particular situation. Watch him, he's still trying to kill. Okay, he's still in range. I can't believe that. This is not good for us. I really just need to get this guy way the hell out of the way. Shoot. Let's see if we can kill him. Okay, that's good. So, this may be the point where things start going for us. Yeah, we got rid of their guy. That was really good. I don't know, was he damaged before? I don't remember. I really should have moved my extra shield guy up here. I'm just gonna let the war dog loose and hope he doesn't die. Like, please don't die, war dog. I just got you. Okay, this guy's in bad shape. I've got to do something soon. See, that's why I like having the long axe. I can bust shields from the back line, basically. I really need to do something with those archers, or else I've got a bad feeling that this guy down here is going to be dead real soon. He's not going to be able to reload because he's in melee because of the war dog. Now watch him. I'm going to have to run him away now. I swear, he's got like the... That's awful. Well, I guess you win some and you lose some. No use to get upset about it. That's a part of the game. That's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes and sometimes she don't. But sometimes it doesn't go the way you like it to. I'm hoping that maybe he just gets like an injury that won't be terribly bad for him. Like maybe he just loses an ear or something, and then he can go on. Now, little archer guy, you are screwed. Because now all our guys are pissed off. Because you killed his buddy. You killed our buddy. Now we're all mad. Why did you just like run by? I don't understand. The AI just absolutely has... I don't know what is a safe for YouTube video word for this. I don't know. They absolutely are suiciding themselves to kill my archer. Well, I think that is the end of this fight right here. And unfortunately, things did not go as well as I would have liked. But, you know, you have that. It's bound to happen eventually. That's the end of this guy, most definitely. He's not going to be able to escape this. He's dead. That's the end of him. This is the only good thing that might save me here is because I did let the war dogs go. And this guy might actually get stopped by the war dogs, perhaps. Maybe. He might just be going to run away. I'm going to let this one loose and then back away. I'd like to see the war dogs kill him just because of what an absolute annoyance he has been. I think they can run him down. I think our guys are just too far away. Oh no, we're going to try to get rid of you, buddy. That's the price you pay for chasing our archers and making us lose a man. We're going to get you back. Which there's always a chance that he's not dead, but there's always a chance that he's not dead and he suffered a horrible injury and he's going to be useless. So we'll have to replace him with somebody, unfortunately. Let's move up now that he's tied in melee. Yeah, now he's done. He's going to try to run away. And he's just going to get chewed up. The dogs are going to be the end of him. That's the end of that guy. Unfortunately, it doesn't make for an entertaining video unless you just like watching the dogs kill this guy, because that's what's going to happen. Like, he cannot get away now. You can't outrun a dog. Ha. Yeah, well, that went well. No, he is dead. He was with us for 8 days. He took part in 7 battles and had 2 kills. And now he is dead. Well, long may he reign in the afterlife. Valhalla or wherever perhaps that he went, because unfortunately we have lost a mercenary, but we gained a sweet helmet and a shield. So well, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's just the way it goes. That's the risk you take when you sign up. What can we do with this helmet? Let's give it to our guy here. And then see, this guy he's useless basically, but he has less melee skill, less range skill, and less defense. But I don't want to hire anybody right now, and let's just put him back in the front line and see how he does. He'll probably die, but well, he's called up to fight again. He has to fulfill his mercenary contract one way or the other, because he's been leeching off of us, just eating our food and taking our money for a while. So he gets another shot at being worth something. So that will end this video, unfortunately, on a sad note, because we lost a battle brother who had been with us for a small amount of time, but unfortunately every loss is a significant loss for us. But you know, that's the way it goes. We have a shield, a decent shield, and a pitchfork. Who do we want to have this? See, this is a kite shield and it has more range defense than melee defense, but this is an even, and the heater shield has more melee defense than range defense. So instead of 15 and 15, like this one's 15 and 25, the other one's 25 and 15, which I prefer the heater shields, but they're expensive and hard to find. So do we need to shuffle things around? No. Well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy it, or if you'd like to leave a comment, please subscribe to see more, and leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you feel appropriate. And I'll see you next time, okay?